All right, here we go. I finally got Mechell Lord and Miss Katiann Seymour. It's okay if I say your last name, isn't it, Katie? Katiann.
That's fine.
Yeah, you never know who's trying to be underground these days, but I figure you guys use enough of your whole names that you're not too incognito. So it's great to finally get a conversation with you guys because I'm kind of a lurker. I love to listen to the Clubhouse rooms, and usually I'm working, and I hear you guys do these amazing sort of get-togethers on Clubhouse. But um, I want to start first. I'm going to start with Mechell, but don't go too far, Katie Ann, because I'm going to find out some more about you. But
You're good.
Mechell, I think Mechell and I maybe go back farther on the platform. I think I just went past like 220 days or something. I'm not really sure. And I think you were close. You started close to the same time, and I didn't really see a lot of you in the early days. And it's like you just sort of, how should I say it? It's kind of like being at a conference and you kind of just showed up at the back of the room, and then you'd hear you kind of giggle once in a while and say something, and the next thing you know, you're on stage running the whole thing. So how did that evolve? Like you just kind of picked up the torch from some of these sort of OGs that were running like BitClout and Coffee and all that, and that was the thing everybody did every day. And now you guys kind of have it cornered now. What's up with that?
Yeah, so it's funny that you say that because, I'm a big fan of listen first, speak later.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I've been here for a couple 100 days or plus, and I started my morning every morning with Thor and memes and BitClout and Coffee, and back then I used to rock a baseball hat with bananas on it and a bright yellow t-shirt. And I just listened. I listened every day. And then they started inviting me up on stage and started to get a real, just a comfortable place to have my morning coffee and learn about what was new in the DeSo back then BitClout world. And it was cool. I loved it. Great vibe. And then, it just kind of stopped happening. And so I started finding some other spaces but by then I was like ready to start a conversation. And so, Janine Renee Lamb was running some awesome rooms where she's singing and chatting about her life. And I loved those rooms. And then, she got busy and went back to school and went back to work. So I was like, I come from the corporate world. I like the space of like one microphone, people just allowed to share what's so for them and create spaces where people can come together and, what does support look like for each other and be there. So I just said, all right, I'm just going to try this and see what happens. And Katiann was the first one to come on stage. She was the first one when the room started.
Wow.
And I was just like, oh my God, I love her. She's here. And we were the only two. And I was like, hey, do you want to do this together? Because this is going to take like a lot of people if this is successful. And we've just been, partnered ever since. And I could not be luckier. I really, really couldn't. She's a gift.
Yeah. I love hearing you guys, and I love how when I am in any of your rooms, you might kind of just disappear for a while, and then she's running the show for a while.
Yeah, we have a constant back channel conversation. We take turns, and we both have busy lives, and some weeks we run 10 rooms. So
Wow.
we're committed that one of us is always on active listening at all times. But we do have other things happening, so we make sure that in the back channel that everything's always covered, and somebody's always got the ball. And it just we've been really, really lucky that people like the space, and then new spaces keep popping up, and we love that as well because it spreads it out. As more people are coming, we need more spaces. So
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah. And so I know you weren't born in March. That was your birth date in DeSo or BitClout at the time. What did you do before you got to or found BitClout, or BitClout found you?
Yeah, so before I actually found DeSo, then BitClout, when I was on Clubhouse, and I'm a contractor, so I work as a marketing coach or as a small business coach for businesses that are maybe in the startup phase, and they don't have all the processes and systems that they need. And so I was in the process of supporting a magazine publisher and working on the, what does it take to set that up, CRMs and all that back end stuff, and then supported her with marketing. And so I was doing that, but those contracts typically last about 6 months, and they're up and running, and I move on to something else. And so it was just this kind of period of time where I was like just starting this project, and I was like, wow, this is really exciting. Like, I wonder if I can fall in love with BitClout and work my full-time job at the same time. And I was able to, and it's just a cool community. And so I'm still able to do that. And so, I also am recovering from cervical cancer. So it gives me, I have a lot of like rest time that I have to have Mechell time. It's important for my health to be in a seated position, on the beach or on a couch or somewhere, and, and really just rest my body. So this platform and really actually is okay with that. So.
And so I remember, like, in the early days, you were really there, and you found a lot of support in your journey with cancer, as I recall,
Oh
with
yeah,
in
yeah.
the community, and like you were really, really in the thick of it at that point in time, weren't you?
Yeah, I was actually driving to my PET scan. I'd been waiting for a year and a half to be able to get a PET scan to find out if I was cancer free. And it finally, I got the note that it was finally approved by my insurance company. And I was like in a Clubhouse room, and I was like, oh my God. And so the place actually called me, the imaging place, and said, we have an appointment for you tomorrow, 8 a.m. So I didn't even tell my family. I just went to bed with knowing I had this appointment tomorrow, got up in the morning, showered, drove there, got on Clubhouse, and people were like, oh, Mechell, how are you? And I was like, I'm driving to my PET scan. They're like, what? I was just start crying. I was like, I'm so scared. It was amazing.
Yeah. And now, Doug, I have this right? I think you still hadn't told your family at the time, right?
No, because I was too scared. I didn't want them to be worried.
Yeah, I was stunned by that. I was like, wow, she's telling all these strangers that she's,
It was
found some
huge,
alliance with.
It was I got this hug from all over the world, it was amazing. And then, when the results came back and it was there's no cancer in your cervix, it was just oh my God, I have to let my family know, both families, this is just such exciting news. And I was just so lucky that really, really people just showed up, they really did. They showed up with donations for the, just to support, and they showed up, just with love. And it's just, I just love this community so much. It's such a gift.
And through all of that, I mean, this is where, I kind of remember this time, and I think I thought to myself, wow, what is it about BitClout that has got this woman so charged up at a point in time when she's probably completely distracted by this cancer thing? That's a big contrast to me. Was it a sort of refuge for you? You found something that kind of helped, sort of invigorate you through,
Oh,
the
absolutely.
pursuit of it? Or was it just distraction?
No, oh no, not at all. It's not distraction. For me, it's my passion. So I am a coach. I've been a coach for Landmark Curriculum for Living, and I've been a self-expression and leadership coach. And so for me, I get paid to do what I love. And so, when I have time available and it works with my schedule, Clubhouse is an opportunity for me to, coach on paper, for me to listen to what someone's saying and then coach in my head, okay, how would I coach this person if my client said this to me? And then I'm able to work those things out. So for me, it's it's work and it's networking. And, I think I've had 9 clients, maybe 10, that, have hired me for individual coaching sessions just from like our conversations in Clubhouse rooms.
That's awesome. And
so
to what
networking and practice.
Yeah, I mean, you can't deny the power of the network, especially with Clubhouse, and how well it, complements DeSo. But have you reached a point where you feel like you can testify about cancer and utilize that as a tool to help coach people?
I don't know. See, the word testify is like, I don't know. I mean, it's
Well,
my
I mean,
life.
not to put a religious
It's my
context on it, but
experience.
something to
Yeah.
say, hey, here's a story that I went through that I can maybe without
for
even
sure. Yeah,
referencing it, but like, has it given you strength to help people, do you think?
Cancer came for a visit and it mostly left. So
that's cool.
Once I can fully talk about it without crying,
Yeah, I get it.
I'll do that.
Yeah,
but for now,
yeah.
I just have to like practice in little conversations and then like jump out of it.
Yeah, I got it. Well, we'll move on because it's probably time to move on
Yeah.
to the other side of this dynamic duo, Miss Katiann, who's been sitting here waiting patiently to talk.
Hello,
But
sunshine.
full disclosure, she's working and carrying on, balancing 3 different things at one time. So I'm so glad to get you on the show as well, and was really glad when I found out this morning when Mechell let me know that you were joining. So yeah, it didn't seem in light of all the things you guys are doing, not to get both of you on to talk about all the cool stuff. And so what was your journey like, finding BitClout and DeSo?
Perfect. Well, I'm Katiann, as you know, but finding BitClout. So I've been on for 193 days. My 200 days, I believe, is Monday. And I actually had a friend that I grew up with. His name was Nathan. He actually posted about it. I had already been on Clubhouse, but I was more on for entrepreneur room. And so, one of my friends posted about it on Instagram, and I was just like, what is this BitClout thing? So I decided to join rooms for a few weeks before I actually joined, and I joined April 15th. And you just hear all of the like stuff about it. So I was just kind of listening to all of the rooms with Annie and Thor and Michael and memes and and I enjoyed all of them, so I like stayed. But I was kind of off for about a month. I was doing nursing school, and so I had joined back, and Janine was doing her singing rooms, and I had already been on the platform for about 2 months, and then I decided to get more involved and met me, Shell, I met Charles and Willie, Fred, and the rest of them, and they give me my hype.
Yeah,
Everyone on
definitely.
the community is just so nice.
Yeah, I'll have to, certainly attest to that. And you do a fantastic job of keeping them all going, and both of you guys. When I hear you, just kind of, I love that room you guys do. I think it's on Fridays and maybe other days of the week, but it just seems like every Friday I catch this room where everybody's just given an opportunity to share and, as you guys say, shill your project or shill someone else's project. And I think that's really cool. And I've heard a lot of people that I think were really afraid to sort of go out on a limb and talk, sort of open up. And I think you guys do a fantastic job of helping that.
Yeah, it's absolutely scary, and I'm not going to lie, my first time on Clubhouse, I didn't talk for probably 2 weeks. I listened because, public speaking is one thing, but going into a room and not knowing at least one person, you're just like, I don't know what to say. And, I got into crypto in 2013. and I bought Bitcoin when it was $100. And I
Wow.
actually bought it because a coworker of mine was a conspiracy theorist and told me this is the next big thing. And I was hesitant for about a year. And he got into it in 2010. And so it was $100 when I bought in, and I only bought two because
Hmm.
I was like, I don't know what this is. I'm just gonna spend 200 and something dollars. And it wasn't on there was no Coinbase, there was nothing like that. And so, it was a whole different thing. So ever since then, I got back into it in 2017 because I completely forgot about it. I'm not gonna lie. For a few years I just didn't touch crypto. I didn't really know what
Yeah.
it was.
Best thing that
2000.
could have happened to you was forgetting about it.
Yeah. Well, one of my friends had said, "Hey, I thought you bought this." And I said, "That sounds familiar, but I can't remember." And then I was going through my email and I'm like, "Oh, I did a long time ago." And
And you still
so,
had the keys.
yes, I do.
Wow.
Yes, I
That's an
actually had to transfer it. I had to have somebody help me transfer it to a different wallet,
mhm.
just for safety, because at that time I had shared all my information over my email. So learning about crypto, I had to learn about the safety wallets and the hard wallets, and there's just so many things into it. And so every crypto that I've been in now, I see it as opportunity. And so I saw BitClout, which is now renamed DeSo. I see it as a opportunity, because you don't know where these things are going to go. And I see great potential for it. And I love the community. The community is what gets me. I love hearing everyone thriving. I love, that everyone's so supportive. And they're the ones that make me come back to Clubhouse to join. I love supporting. I do a lot of charities. I'm actually going to Mexico on Friday to go build homes.
Wow.
And so, yeah, we go to Agua Prieta, and it's just something that I really like doing. And so, BitClout DeSo, is a great opportunity, to invest in. But the thing is that I would not be mad if it went to zero tomorrow, because that is the chance that you have to take with
Yeah.
crypto. And a lot of
Yeah.
people have to understand that as well.
Yeah.
But I don't see it going that way. But
So
crypto.
this is I want to ask both of you something about that. Like personally, I have found myself over time less and less even thinking about the crypto nature of DeSo, even though it's baked in and it's the sort of foundational part of it. I tend to look at it more as a social and community thing. What's been your experience with that? Like, I tend to just not even look at the price anymore or anything about my price or anyone else's price. I'll tend to look at it more like a social media thing.
I would have to say that I agree with that 100%. Just having been here, since, before the deflation bomb and all that, there's
Mhm.
been so many ups and downs. And the one thing that stays the same is the community, and, the posts and in the interactions and the DMs, that's what stays the same. And so for sure, that's what I love, and that's what I concentrate on. And the coin is going to do whatever the coin does, but I try not to worry about it. If I hear that it's going super low, then I might try and figure out a way to get some.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's about it.
But do you think NFTs change that at all? Like, is that where people are focused now instead of like coin price and things like that?
I think it depends how you come in to the community. I think it depends where you view yourself at, because there's also so many alt accounts as well. No one knows who has them. There's so many that are created. You know, and then they keep on saying that we're like going to be linked with Coinbase. And so a lot of them that have to remember that, you know, the like rug pulls and all that, that's
Yeah.
going to happen a lot more, in my opinion, you know, if it was to list on there, because, you know, it is a way for people to create more streams to get more like DeSo.
Yeah.
And so coming from a crypto rating, you know, that's pretty common. And so I think it just depends what you plan on doing. I do it more for the social. I love the community. I think I accidentally sold my like coin my like first week because I didn't know what I was doing. But like since then, I haven't touched anything on the platform.
Yeah. And
I have
then
off.
go
I
ahead. Go
haven't.
ahead.
No, you're good.
No, what were you going to say, Michelle?
Oh no, I think that you know, the NFTs definitely have changed the, you know, sort of conversations. You know, that there's a lot of conversations around NFTs every single day. And then it also changed the feed. So for sure, NFTs have you know, made some changes to the conversation, and I think it's great. I think we're all still learning. And in some ways we're ahead of the game because there's a lot of people that haven't even begun yet. And so I think that that's super cool. I do think that, you know, the new nodes that are coming out, I'm really excited about all of the nodes because they just keep getting better. And it's cool that, you know, node operators are hosting Clubhouse rooms and, you know, getting feedback and having open discussions. And I think that's super cool. You know, and then I think they're happening, you know, on Discord and Telegram and all different kinds of places. So I think I'm really excited about, you know, everything that they create, you know, as someone that's not super technical, but someone that's plugged into, you know, the community and gets to listen and be part of discussions about their nodes. It's like a gift to be able to listen into that.
Yeah. But you guys are kind of, this is what's been fun to watch. You started BitClout Chats. That's your club, right?
Yes.
And then that, you know, is, you know, the cornerstone of that is sort of your, like, you have a women on the mic type show where it's all women. And then you have like kind of a weekly wrap up where people get to talk about the week in BitClout. But what I've noticed is you guys are kind of.
Oh, don't forget Music Monday. That just
Music
ended.
Monday, which I have not. I saw that room yesterday and I wanted to find time to get in and listen, but I didn't have time.
Well,
but I
today
will.
was our 10th week hosting Music Monday. And Katiann knows, she tracks like who comes in the room.
And today we had Tim, Mercury, Rob, Janine, Jamie, TJ, William, and Nishan performed today. So we had 8 today. Yeah. And what they like do. Yeah, it's so awesome. And some like times they like just come on. DOZ is great. He like just cannot do mornings, so we're like trying to work with him to see what we can do as well and add something, because I know that sometimes not everyone can join.
Right.
Yeah, he even spun up a Music Monday late at night one night with Miss Katiann, and
now that I could dig that because
right?
he belongs on late night radio.
He does. He belongs on the radio all the time.
Yeah, he's just got that personality and voice. I'm like, man, you could just be on radio and I'd listen all night long. He's funny. Now, and he's smart as can be, of course. But but then it seems to me your whole thing is sort of migrated into this like index of NFT shows, like that you or NFT rooms that you guys do, where you're kind of facilitating people's drops. Was that intentional or just kind of there was a need?
It kind of just happened.
Yeah.
You know, in our like rooms, you know, we were letting people show their projects, and then just one day, you know, we just decided to help with the rooms.
So we created a process around it so that it would be organized. And so we have a jot form that they fill out. And, you know, at first we were like, oh, we need like 2 days notice. And then we're like, oh, we need 3 days notice. And then we're like, we need 4 days notice. Now we're like, we need a week's notice, and we don't do
Wow.
weekends. Like, but the good thing is that like Saving Their Survivors does NFT drops, and IZ, she does NFT drops. Wilfried and Charles do NFT drops in Think Different NFTs. Cyrus does NFT drops in NFT Plus. And probably
do
yeah. And there's probably like a dozen more. And tomorrow someone else will, you know, starts them.
Yeah.
So, you know.
But wasn't it Katiann that came up with the idea of let's do like a schedule for this thing so that we're not, you know, dropping on top of each other?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure, because there's so much going on, not only on Clubhouse, but, you know, on Telegram and so much more, that like people started to create rooms, or we didn't know about them. And so, you know, we just thought it was a good idea to just start posting it.
Mm-hmm. So when are we going to have a real metaverse gallery showing drop? Like where you schedule a show, people come to a 3D metaverse room, and all of the NFTs are hanging on the wall and they're available for auction.
It's in the works.
Gabriel is actually, he has created metaverses, and they're awesome.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was working on, but I haven't heard enough to know, is it really an event?
It will be. So that's the next stage. So he's creating this space, and then it's going to be so that Katiann and I can actually come in with the artist and then talk about the pieces of art as like in the metaverse, as our metaverse characters, and share the art and talk about the art and show the art in the metaverse. And then, you know, everyone will be able to be there and bid on it and, you know, talk about it as well. So it's in the works, and he's a genius. So we're excited to see it, you know, all come together. And everything he does is like such a gift to the community.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I definitely want to talk to him. I was looking at his 3D gallery the other day.
That's one?
Amazing. Well, it was one that he was demonstrating for his project somewhere in New York City. You know, some glass and steel type building overlooking the city is awesome. But so you guys are becoming sort of accidental gallery art dealers.
We're more of like community support art dealers.
Yeah.
You know, it's not about, there's no financial gain for us. You know, everything that we do through BitClout chats is for free. You know, we do get it occasionally, an artist will tip us, and we appreciate that. But there's no cost to anything that we do.
Yeah, but I think your influence may drive higher tipping as time goes by. I mean, that's what I think Cyrus and I talked about it, where you guys all sort of become these influencers sort of by accident, because people want to be associated with you and have you host their drop. And isn't that part of this new economy we're talking about, this creator economy, where you don't necessarily have to have contracts and, I guess contracts where you open it up for people to support each other, and that over the course of time, hopefully it becomes very lucrative for you with this sort of informal economy. What do you think?
I think it does, but you know, we do it more to support. We don't hardly ever get paid. We offer it for free because we love to support. And so that's a big thing too, is community.
No, I get that. And I know that that's your intention. What I'm referring to is that, is it possible, and I'm not asking you to even answer this, but I think it's possible that you become so trusted and well liked in the field that people want to support you so that you can support them. And it just sort of organically becomes this mutual support where, you know, you become a desirable place to go for people to show their art. And without you even trying to be, I mean, people have become very wealthy in this world by these accidental things that they just become very good at. And out of the goodness of their heart, then suddenly it grows to a thing where they can't help but it be very lucrative for them just because of that, goodness in their heart and trying to do the right thing. I foresee
Absolutely.
that for you.
Yeah, and a big thing, that you're like talking about is this meetup that we are like doing, and the community has helped us out. And so for that is one thing that, the community is helping big time to
This
support.
meetup. What meetup? I haven't heard about a meetup. What are you talking about?
The DeSo Beach Meetup in
All right,
Tampa.
there it is. I just got to pause you. I got to pause right there. There's that laugh, ladies and gentlemen. I can't tell you how many times I've listened to back in the early days where I'd be listening on a Clubhouse room and I would just hear that laugh in the background. And that would be all that Mechell would offer for like an hour, but it'd be like 20 times during that hour. I'm like, there, Michelle's in the room. And I always thought that was
so
great.
Funny.
So no, but not to derail too much. But yeah, so let's talk about this meetup. This is the first meetup since DeSo was announced. So it's the first sort of DeSo meetup.
Yeah, so this is the first meetup since the brand name change.
Right.
So there has been meetups, but this is the first one since the name brand change that we know of.
Yeah.
But it is from November 5th through the 7th in Tampa Bay, Florida, which it's really Madeira Beach is where we're. And so we have a schedule that we have made, and we can find
now. Yeah, we've got this website pulled up. And by the way, folks, we are doing this on YouTube simultaneously. So we're looking at desobeach.beezer.com, right?
Yeah.
Right on. I'm clicking on the agenda. This looks like a lot of fun, and I really wish I could come.
Make it happen.
Well, baseball, kids in baseball.
I know this is once in a lifetime opportunity.
They will overtake your life.
I know. I used to be a cheerleading coach.
So let's see. Casual welcome dinner, Mad Beach Brewing. There, you got me right there. Food and drinking. That sounds like a good mixer. So is Mad Beach Brewing, is this a place that is DeSo friendly? Like, do they know about DeSo, or are they just going to be overrun by some strange people that wearing DeSo gear?
They are so excited. Everyone in Madeira Beach is so excited. And the locals all call it Mad Beach, M-A-D, Mad Beach. Everybody on Mad Beach is so excited. We did some fun marketing things. We got some pre-DeSo merchandise and ran out onto the beach and just asked strangers that were having fun doing their own thing to put on our attire and let us take pictures. And they loved it.
All right. Now I know where these photos came from.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
So these are just strangers on your site.
They're total strangers. They're so excited. One of them onboarded with the referral code, which was super fun. So the other ones thought that the codes were all expired. So I have to resend them out to them and remind them. So, but yeah, they just, we don't know, we probably got 15, 20 people to play along in our little photo shoot, and they're really excited. And a couple of the venues are also really excited too. They're just their whole staff. They're one of the guys that is the bar manager at one of the venues, used to work in New York City, and he's just oh my God, you got Mercury. There's a chance we have Mercury coming. So he's super excited about that. So, but I don't want to jump ahead. Katie, you know the schedule. Sorry.
Yeah, so walk me through it. So you got some pub crawling after this welcome dinner, right?
Oh, yes. So excited. And then we have beach meditation in the morning by Lisa Mariette.
She's going to clear us all of our pub crawl blues.
And that's from 10 to 11 Eastern time. And then we are doing a arcade meet and compete. And we actually have so many things. We have NFTs that we're giving away, that were donated to us by several artists.
We have a Natterheads.
Yes, by the
Wow.
Constantines. Yes.
Well, they're in Florida on that coast, so they better be there, huh?
Yeah,
They are not.
We also have a lean digital art piece.
Wow.
Very excited about that. There's going to be a lot of really cool prizes. Then what do we do?
Then we are doing a beach party from 4 to 8. And we're going to be playing games and tasting local beers as well. If you're 21 and plus up.
Uh-huh.
Katie Ann
so
will be carding
had to add that in.
Katie Ann will be carding at the coolers. We also need sponsorships for the pizza at the beach and the welcome dinner. So, and then anyone that wants to buy a round of drinks, just please just back channel us and let us know there's round of drinks available. Anyone that wants to do that, we've had a bunch of people do it already, so it's going to help with the party a lot, and we'll make sure that we get your names on those drinks.
So let me ask you about the round of drinks. Is that just oh, hey, here's my credit card, drinks are on me, or do you have like a pre-planned amount?
We do drink tickets. So It's $500 USD. So we have a PayPal that's on our sponsorship page. It's on this website that you're showing right here. Okay. And so if they click on that sponsorship page, there's a PayPal address, and then they can just hit PayPal $500, and then their name will be on that round of drinks.
Got it. Wow. So I'm looking at this agenda, and it looks more like an adult summer camp that would be very popular.
Exactly. And it's very chill and relaxed here. It's kind of a grown-up Key West vibe.
Cool.
Sandals and flip-flops, shorts, sundresses, super cash.
Yeah, I really wish I could make. I did make the one in Miami that was like supposedly the very first one. And it's so much fun, but it was so quick. And, you're only around like 100 other people for like an hour, or 2 hours. So you really don't get to even meet most people. So this gives you people a chance to sort of hang and really get to know each other. I think that's pretty valuable.
Oh, for sure. And Katiann was a real stickler with trying to keep all of everything within walking distance and trying to keep everybody's access to everything for everybody. And like from the beginning, it's been like a real big part of, the entire planning process was like, we want people to always feel like they're included. So everything that's on the agenda is all inclusive. If somebody adds something, then, it may be something special, but everything on the agenda comes with your ticket.
All right. So based on what you know so far, who's coming the farthest?
That's a secret. So you'll have to wait. Someone is going to be coming from a different country, but we can't tell you who yet because they wanted to not let anyone know. So you guys will just have to find out.
Very exciting.
Very cool. All right. So what else do people need to know about this meetup? You've got a brunch on Sunday, I think I saw.
Yeah, DeSo Later's William Loren, the artist, is gifting some NFTs, some DeSo Later NFTs, as well as in-person DeSo Later merchandise. So he has a whole like storefront now where his characters are on T-shirts and mugs and all kinds of stuff. Mm-hmm. So he's going to have some of that merchandise available to win at the brunch.
Cool. And you got beach yoga with Matreshka.
Yeah, that
right?
actually we have scheduled in the morning, but we have heard from Matreshka that is incorrect. So we're gonna talk to her and get that scheduled to wherever it is she thinks it should be.
And we have so many sponsors that we want to thank, and I apologize if I miss some, but you know, BitClout, Cyrus and Raj and Clout Women Unite, Kate, Search, William. There is Illuminati, DeSo Ghost, Kim.
Wow.
There's so many of them.
Krasenstein.
I wish so bad I want to come down there and just do some podcast interviews, you know, right there on the beach.
Do it.
It's not too late.
Yeah, it's just scheduling conflict at this stage. But yeah, as time goes by, I would love to do this. And now, are you going to live stream some stuff? I think I saw.
We are.
Yeah.
No,
we need your help, though. Can you help us with that?
Yeah, we need you to come.
Oh, to stream for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd like to put in a formal request. Katiann, maybe you could send a formal request to his children.
Yeah.
Okay, son, sorry I can't make it to your baseball championship tournament, but there'll be other years.
Adult event only I have to go to.
Yeah.
Well, know that you're one.
Then I got to explain it to my wife. So, but no, I really do wish I could come, and I will look forward to trying to get to the second annual one, or the spring version, the spring break version.
Yeah, that would be exciting. You know, and I'm so excited to meet everyone. You know, there's so many great talents and people, you know. I'm just so excited. And this started because I wanted to meet Mechell.
Yay.
I think I heard you guys have met. You have met in person, right?
We have not.
I thought I heard you guys talk about getting together down there in Tampa, but maybe not.
I can't wait to post our first photo together. I know. After I hugged you for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. So actually, this was what we had planned, was for me to go out there. And then I wanted to meet Kate, and I wanted to meet William, and then the list just kept growing. And so we decided to open it up.
That's incredible.
So it started from, you know, us wanting to actually meet, and I'm like, all right, so what date do you want me to come? And I like booked it, and then we decided to open it up.
Yeah, we started talking about you coming to visit in like August. And then I think you booked your plane tickets in like late August.
Yeah.
That is awesome. And so now I foresee the two of you will go. I think we should get together in Ibiza next.
Absolutely.
And then you'll just create your own little conference just so you can go party and meet each other in different places in the world.
Well,
absolutely. We're already going to go see
I really want to do the Europe one next year. So I told them to count me in, unless, you know, COVID vents that. But
and the Saving the Survivors safari.
Oh my God. That one, I've got to figure out how to do something like that. And, you know, I've done my share of traveling the world and doing stories about, you know, crypto. And I look at these things like what you guys are doing, the one in Europe. I'm like, well, why can't I just cover crypto stories about DeSo in some of these places? So maybe someday we'll be able to make trips and do profiles, you know, because these conferences are where you get a lot of great interviews with people. And so when DeSo Beach has, you know, 4 hotels booked out on, you know, the ocean front in 2 years, then that becomes a big conference that you guys, you know, are putting on. And that attracts people like me that like to, do stories about people in the that universe, so to speak. And it also attracts sponsors, as you know. So
speaking of sponsors, there's still availability.
well, I will hope that someone listens to this podcast and gets on it. But yeah, so how do people reach you about that? They just back channel you on Clubhouse, or you have or is there
Any
something through your
form
website?
of communication works. We have Telegram, we have Instagrams, Clubhouse, DeSo, Twitter, LinkedIn.
You can't miss us.
So many.
All right. So what do you, I mean, you couldn't have predicted this. And I'm sure this, meetup's going to be a great success. Do you have any plans for the future? Do you dream about what it could become, or are you just still kind of hanging with it and saying, oh, well, whatever happens, happens, and we'll see where this goes?
We do have a few plans, but we're not going to announce them until the meetup.
Okay.
That you have to be there for, or you have to be streaming live for. So.
Oh, okay. So there's going to be an NFT beach drop party.
Maybe, or it just might be an announcement.
Right on.
I guess
all right. Well, yeah, you're only making me want to come more, but yeah, I will hopefully see this on the live stream, and maybe I'll get a chance to do like a little podcast interview with several of the attendees at once, that catch them maybe before everybody's been on the pub crawl.
Hey, why don't we just make a commitment to do it, Bill? Why don't we just
let's do it?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll try to plan something like that.
So, yeah, just, send us the login information. And if you need people to sign off on something, maybe we just do it on paper and then like take a picture and send it to you to make it like super fast and easy.
Oh, yeah. No, all that stuff we do is so digital. It's just,
okay, perfect.
Super simple stuff. So
we'll just do it. So you can commit. We'll figure out exactly what time, but let's just have you live for a couple hours during the event, and then whoever sits in the chair gets to be in the hot seat.
Yeah, that would be fun. Just have a group party.
All
right, guys. I'm really glad we got this finally on the books. Just so our listeners know, I've been trying to get these two on the show for about a month now, but scheduling and conflicts just prevented things. But I didn't give up. So I'm glad we finally made it work. And I really appreciate you two taking the time, because I know you're super pressured to get a lot done in a short amount of time. And I really appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you, and feel free to join any of the rooms today.
Right on. I'll do my best. All right, ladies. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Phil.
Thank you.